All right, I think we should be live. Right, just gonna double check, send the messages very quick, and then again, we're gonna have a look at the charts. So let me just open Telegram. If this is your first time watching this video, stumbling upon this channel, make sure to subscribe. There's weekly live sessions, and also check out the links in the description of this video. You can join our free Telegram channel. This is what I'm doing right now, sending a message over in the free Telegram, letting people know that we are currently live. So hopefully more people are going to join, and I'm also going to send to post a notification on Twitter as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna have a look at the charts in a second. It looks like we started pushing down early on, and looks like we do have some bearish momentum. So let's see how far price can potentially go. Um, just going to do that very quick. Okay, here we go. Sent the message already. Let me mute my phone. Right. Um, I'm gonna have a look in the chat box in just a second. Just want to finish that real quick. Right, 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock UK time. Okay, so what do we got? So this is the 1 hour time frame on euro dollar. Considering that we've got important news later today, Fed interest rate decision, we're definitely going to see some movement. Are we going to see some movement before the news though? Most likely not so much, but nevertheless we may be able to find something. Obviously not at the moment. Here is the 15-minute time frame on euro dollar. It is literally just trading sideways. As long as we get one of those, another one of those, and price manages to break below that, we could then potentially come all the way down here to again retest the previous lows. But then we have the 1.04 level. So do I want to trade past that? Probably not. Um, Looks like we had a strong reaction here at the previous highs here on the 4 hour time frame, but obviously we haven't broken below any previous structure yet. It's just a pullback as far as I'm concerned. So if we look at the 1 hour time frame, we may likely continue higher. And so this is what I'm going to be expecting after the news. I guess it's just the 4 hour time frame doesn't look very bearish. We do have that impulse, but we haven't broken below this um, previous low, neither this one, and at the same time we're currently testing a really strong level right here. I've been tested multiple times before, so in fact I wouldn't be looking for any sell trades here. Even if price continues pushing down, I'm not happy to take a sell trade, you see. So we've got to be very careful as well because of the news. And yeah, so euro dollar doesn't look as good as I thought it would. Because I did have a look earlier this morning and I thought there may be some potential for sell trades, but to be honest, not really. And then what do we have on pound dollar? Pound dollar is not even as bearish as the euro dollar. All right, that's pretty decent. We took out this previous low, printed some rejection wicks right here, and it looks like we're about to push higher. However, I'm not considering this as a breakout because we've broken above this previous structure, but then we have multiple highs right here. So for me, we're still within that range. Okay, I don't see a breakout. Now, if you look at the 5 minute time frame, it's something different. Obviously, we do have the beginning of a bullish structure right here, and so anyways, I think it's still early to say. I mean, I'm going to place a horizontal level right here just to see what's going to happen after price breaks above that. But gold, if anyone watched my live session yesterday, I did say that I'm going to be looking for a breakout here and then potentially a reversal. Now, I haven't seen this reversal, and what I'm looking at right now, to be honest, doesn't look like one because I want to see sharp movement, right? So you can see every time we had a reversal, if we look price in detail, we do have some sort of a sharp move, right? And we don't have that thing here, or at least not at the moment. I'm quite bullish on gold anyway. Don't really want to take any sell trades, and I'm not going to be looking for sell trades, but yeah, we'll see. Now, if I'm going to be taking any trades, that's going to be right now in the London session because later on, I mean, the market's going to be pre-news, so it is even now. But let's say if you are looking for just a small piece of price action move, I guess that's fine, depending on the setup, obviously. But if you're looking for kind of a swing trading opportunities before, few hours prior to interest rate decision from Fed, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Let me just get a napkin very quick. All right. So yeah, I would be mostly bullish on all those instruments that I'm looking at. Euro yen and pound yen, I just don't want to trade those. You know, 15-minute time frame doesn't tell me anything. We're literally trading sideways, and if you've ever seen a chart, everyone would recognize this as a range. So I'm definitely not trading that. This one, same thing, pound yen. Look at the 1 hour time frame. How do you even trade that? How do you know in which direction the market is going? I mean, you may have an idea from the higher time frames, obviously, but let's say you open up the chart right now, you want to enter a trade. I don't see anything here. So I'm not even gonna look at those euro yen and pound yen. Sorry for those of you who are trading the yen cross pairs, but you've got to choose another day. I mean, and you've got to pick another pair for today. Um, Now pound dollar, it's also very similar, but as long as we get that breakout here, we'll see how price is moving. I really want to see price gathering momentum toward the upside. Um, just speaking objectively, obviously we've got the Fed interest rate decision today, and we actually have interest rates from the European Central Bank tomorrow. Quite important news. So it's obviously very risky. Whatever kind of trades we're looking for, those would be quite risky. So just want you to keep that in mind. And if you find a setup, maybe enter that trade with a lower volume um, than your usual entry volume. Yep. Yeah, that was a decent setup on gold. Now, before we tapped into that 61.8 level, price was higher, and in yesterday's live session, um, just like we said, we placed the Fibonacci right here. We said, okay, let's see if we're gonna get a reaction of the 61.8, and that's exactly what happened. Then we had that breakout of previous highs, and if we would have done something like this, where price just breaks above that and it starts rejecting, and it then turns around, I would be looking for selling opportunities. But obviously, instead of that, we got something completely different. I mean, as soon as we started breaking above those previous highs, you can see how price gathered more and more momentum with those candles. So that obviously means we're going to continue even higher. All right. Now at this point, you're already, I mean, price is already too far for you to start chasing it. I mean, to look to enter long. And at the same time, looking at those candles right here, I mean, it doesn't mean sell. It's obviously not a sell signal. So whenever you get into a situation like this, just sit on your hands and wait for the next setup. All right. Do not consider this as a missed opportunity. I mean, this is how you should be thinking, because you're just gonna get confused, frustrated, maybe angry with yourself, and you're gonna start looking for another entry right away because you just missed an entry. You could have made money, right? That's what everybody thinks, uh, and then you see price, continuing in that same direction, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna miss the whole move if I don't enter now. So you enter a trade, and then you get a reversal right away. Okay, so we've got to be patient. If you miss the entry, that's fine. Just wait for the next one. But yeah, I mean, with such a serious pullback right here after this massive drop, we're more likely to continue higher. Before that, though, we may have a pullback. I mean, I would expecting that with the help of the news tonight, we're gonna see gold continuing higher. And remember, we're currently trading around all-time highs, right? So breaking above that means, I think, even more bullish momentum. There's probably going to be some, relief after we break above this high, which means if you're not into a long trade before the breakout and price breaks above that high, it's fine. Again, you haven't missed anything. Price is most likely going to pull back at some point, which means you're going to find an entry. But then the whole setup will be confirmed, right? Because you've already got the breakout. So I'm very bullish on gold, and especially higher time frames. Um, I think it will be a little bit easier to trade it after the news tonight. But yeah, um, can I say the same thing about pound dollar? Not 100% sure, to be honest. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, long term we are in a better trend. However, if you look at the 4 hour time frame, obviously we're currently trading in a pullback. And this pullback is actually likely to continue as well. So if you look at the last few days candles, and well, that's the daily candle on Friday. Then we have Monday, Tuesday. So we did test this previous high and this structure right here. Yeah, it makes sense that we have a little bit of a pullback. It's not even that much considering that we retested a major structure on the daily time frame. But yeah. Now I see some bearish formation right here. First we've got this candlestick, then we've got the next pattern down here, multiple rejection wicks. So I am expecting that we may see another push to the downside and price possibly take it out of this previous low. Okay, but let's stick to the 15-minute time frame. Let's see what's going on. Okay, got some momentum coming in. But that's what happens when you trade within a range. price is just bouncing in between the same levels. So it bounced when it touched that resistance right here, and it's not bouncing because it's testing the previous low. 1.0415 is the level down here. That was also pretty decent um, setup right here. So we had a push, we then had a pullback, price taking out some previous structure right here, printing a couple of rejection wicks to the downside, and it then just flew away. So we kind of have something like this here if you look at the 1 hour time frame, with a low, a higher low, and then we've got the momentum to the upside. And these are trading signals that you tend to, you know, pick up easier with time. Yeah, of course. I mean, a lot of chart time, screen time is needed. But like I said, it gets easier. Let's see, gold is pretty bullish. Yeah, for euro dollar, let me just, so I'm gonna do this. And then if we talk about the resistance on euro dollar, now if you look at the 15-minute time frame, I'll probably place it anywhere right here around the 1.0450 level. But if you look at the 1 hour time frame, I'll really place it. Let me just grab this too. So I'll be looking at, yeah, that's pretty much the level, 1.0450. So the one down here is 1.0410, 1.0450 up here. You know, as long as we trade within that range, it's just, I'm not going to be looking for any trades, obviously. Now the thing is, I'm not a breakout trader, so I mean, I don't trade as soon as price breaks above or below a certain level. If I see the breakout here, I then want to see how is price going to react, right? If we start seeing rejection right away, then this may be a fake out. So I would be looking for a potential signal that tells me that the market is actually coming back within that range. But if we break above that and then we start rejecting this level that we've just broken above, and we start seeing some momentum coming into the market, well then we could potentially look for buying opportunities, right? It's the same thing with a downside move. If we break below that, start gathering momentum, then I'm going to be looking for potential retest and a continuation to the downside. But if we break below that level, and then I'll show you an example of a fake breakout. So let's use the one on, oh, did we have one on pound dollar yet? Yep, that's what I mean. So here is pound dollar, and this is from yesterday. So we've got this low, okay? So as you can see, price comes into that low, and at first it did look like we're breaking below that, right? Because we had full candle bodies down here. So it was, at first it looked like price is easily breaking below that. So it's just gonna smash through that level and continue lower. But that didn't happen. As soon as you see some rejection wicks like this, then we had a couple more right here, okay? And then the next thing is as you can see, but we did not gather momentum. So that's another thing. All right, if we would have made a move where price breaks above all this previous structure right here, right, easily, so I'm talking about a steep move to the upside, well, that means you now have momentum, so you can possibly expect, I mean, there is a higher probability that we will see a continuation higher, but we didn't see that. Instead of that, we had a couple of pretty strong candles, I would say. And then, as you can see, this is, I mean, this is what we call slow price action, right? So yeah, just a little games for you here to think about. Yeah, this is something that I pay a lot of attention to. I mean, how the market is moving after it reacted at these certain levels, right? Because you want to see momentum coming into the market, and that means that was actually a strong level, and there were orders at that level. So this is what moves the market. We need to find those areas, key areas, and levels in price where you know, there's a bunch of orders sitting in, you know, ready to enter the market and push price in a certain direction. So whenever you see price reacting to a level like this, then you will see strong momentum coming into the market. So these are usually the trades where, you know, you enter a trade, and then in a matter of less than an hour, a few minutes, the trade is completed. Obviously, I'm not talking about the 1 minute time frame only, but sometimes I've entered positions on the 15-minute time frame, even on the 1 hour chart, and then in just a few candles, two, three, four candles, you actually go, price actually goes to your TP, as easy as that. And that's perfect because that means you got the level right. So yeah. So yeah, I'm not going to be looking at euro dollar at the moment. Same thing with pound dollar. Really want to see price breaking above that, because otherwise we may be trading sideways. And I'm not going to be surprised. I'm actually expecting to see sideways movement across most of the instruments. All right, and like I said in the beginning of the stream, this is because we have interest rate decision tonight, and so the market tends to wait for such important news to come out, because then we see a lot of movement. So all that volume that I'm talking about, and momentum trades, and you know, the market moving in a certain direction in a strong manner, this is going to happen during the news tonight. It's not going to happen now. Even though if you look at gold, gold just, you know, do what it do best. I mean, it's it's moving pretty nice. But if I have to be honest, I don't see an entry signal here. For me, this is I can't call this an entry signal, right? And I can't even say that this is a reversal right here. So we're probably going to see price action higher. But again, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, yeah, pretty soon we're gonna come into kind of a strong resistance for now. I really don't think we're gonna see that breakout before the news. I mean, we're at all-time highs, so it will take a lot for price to break above that. With the help of the news, it could, but before that, I don't think so. Especially not during the London session. And then we have Euro Yen and Pound Yen. Yeah, absolute shit. There's literally no point to trade any of those two. Okay. And by the way, guys, those of you who are watching, even if you're not watching live, you can always text me in Telegram, right? So if you join my free Telegram, there's a link in the description down. If you join the free Telegram, you will find my contacts where you can DM me. So when we do those live sessions, you can send me your trades or your setups, and we can check them out together. I'll pull up on the screen. Just send me a screenshot from TradingView or whichever platform you use. Send it over to me via DM, and then we're going to check it out. So far, this range is respecting. I mean, price is respecting that range because we did test the previous low right here, and looks like we went back to the upside. Yeah, if I was looking to trade into a range, that would have been a really nice trade. I mean, I do like this entry right here, considering that it's exactly at that level, spot on. That makes it even stronger signal. Because yeah, the way I like to trade levels is to see price, taking out a previous low or previous high. But if you're trading within the range, and every time you see price ranging, you're trading that, then you don't even need to see that extra confirmation. As soon as price taps into the bottom of the range, you can look to buy. And so that would have been a really nice signal. I mean, looking at the 15-minute time frame, I do consider this as a pretty decent signal right here. Because if I see this on the 1 hour, the 4 hour chart, that for me is an entry signal. Of course, not that alone. I would need to see a few more things to align with that entry in order for me to take the trade, but um, just as a candlestick pattern, it's looking pretty decent. I've got CNBC on right here to the side of me, and I'll looking at the screen every now and then, just trying to be updated with the stocks and all that, and especially with this new AI thing, DeepSeek. Um, I mean, that's what they're talking about all the time. If you switch on to Bloomberg, CNBC, all those channels, they're most of the time they're talking about. It's a hot topic right now. Don't know if any one of you is following it, but it's pretty interesting to see how things are unfolding and how this AI technology is developing. It's crazy. But to me, what's more crazy is how the US is so involved into TikTok, and they're worried about Chinese intelligence using TikTok to gather data, American citizens' data, and then DeepSeek comes into play, and you're like, TikTok is probably less of an issue, right? Because it's cheaper than ChatGPT as well. So there's plenty of people who would move to DeepSeek just because of the pricing model. So check this out. I'm looking at Twitter. Let me see if you can see that. Yep, I think it's on my screen, right? So I'm looking at this post here. I don't even know this. Okay, whatever. Currently on this, let's see how it goes. So this is the 1 hour time frame on gold. You know, like I said a few minutes ago, to me that did not look like a reversal. So this trader entered a short trade here. Now I'm not saying if this is wrong or right. Of course, everybody's got their own, approach to the market, their own point of view, their own strategy. I'm not judging or anything. I'm just trying to say, trying to explain my process of thinking. So they've entered a short trade right here, and this is the 1 hour time frame on gold. So if we check out the 1 hour charts on gold, let me have a look very quick. So basically right here, 2,764, 764. Okay, so that was the entry right around here. Okay, and like I said, to me this doesn't look like a reversal. And so right now, best case scenario, that person is already break even. But how is this a reversal signal, right? I mean, if you're looking at previous highs where price has actually reversed, you can see a stronger reaction, right? Even this looks better than, you know, what we have right now. Okay, so you can see every time we have a reversal, we've actually got a stronger reaction. And so we didn't have that right here. And also entering short after such a strong bullish price action just before that, it is quite risky. Obviously, you could argue because we did have something like this here, but you know, but it's fine. Maybe they got out of break even. All right, so I'm just looking at the comment section of this post. A lot of people enter short as well. Yeah, loads of people enter this exactly the same position. That's why I'm not a big fan of sending out signals. This is not what we do in the premium channel. We don't set out trading signals. And I know a lot of people are looking for signals, but that's not what we do because it doesn't really help a trader to, to learn actually how to trade. You can only learn how to trade after you start trading a live account. Because anything before that is you can test out a strategy. I actually wrote an article on this yesterday. It's gonna be live on our website soon. So we've got plenty of articles already. So check out our blog section on trendlineforex.com. So the one that I'm talking about right now, it will be live soon, but that's the thing. If you're only trading demo, even if you're profitable, that's fine. It's definitely a good start. But as soon as you start risking your own money, live money, it is totally different. So the way you perform on demo is not going to be the same um, as the way you perform on the live account. And the more you have in your trading account, the harder it gets. So even if you have plenty of money saved, do not dump them all into a trading account and trade them live because you can't really afford to lose that much money. And I know for everyone, you know, uh, it's, I mean, this is individual for everyone. For one of you guys, $1,000 could be a lot of money. For other people, 100,000, right? But the thing is, instead of trading demo all the time, you know, just open up a live account with like $100 or $200 and start trading with 0.01 lots. I mean, just to experience live market and what it is like to trade live money. And then eventually you can, gradually start um, making your account larger and trading bigger position sizes. I mean, that's the way to do it, really. It's not trading a demo and then jumping on a live account with most of the money you have in your bank account. This is not smart. Put it that way. Right, pretty bullish candle here on euro yen. We've also tested previous lows with this candle. So are we going to see price action lower, or are we going to see price bouncing from this level? GJ is pushing down. Kind of looks like we're more bearish because we've got this high, we've got the lower high, and then we've got another one as well with multiple rejection wicks. So I'm not going to be surprised if we take out this low. But at the same time, I'm not going to be looking for short trades either. Because looking at the 1 hour chart, we're just, trading within this pattern right here. Okay. So obviously we need to see a breakout first. Yeah. Got a minor level right here in the middle of that range, so we may have a reaction right here. Okay. Here is that reaction. So let me check out next week's data. What do we got? We've got pretty much nothing on Monday. Got some New Zealand dollar news on Tuesday. Not interested into that, to be honest. Wednesday. Okay, Bank of England's interest rate decision on Thursday, and then on Friday. Always gonna be the first Friday of the month, isn't it? Got non-farm payrolls. Right. Okay, so Thursday and Friday next week are gonna be the most important days of the week. And for people like me, who mostly trade pound dollar, that's quite important and good to know. Thursday. Wait, when is it? Well, what's the date? 6th of Feb. Right around here. Okay, let me check out the 6th of Feb. Right around here. Okay. Yeah, somehow euro dollar is trading within a range just like the yen cross pairs, but it looks better. Probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but I mean, this sort of price action is just ridiculous. Looks more tidy on euro dollar though. No, haven't had a coffee yet. It's nearly 11 a.m. my local time. Usually have my coffee around 7:30. Wait, hold on a sec. Is my mic working? Oh yeah, I think you can hear me. Just had to double check on my phone. Oh yeah, thank you. All right, that's fine. I thought for a moment my mic is off. But yeah, what do we got? Yeah, not much is happening if I have to be completely honest with you. I mean, we are trading within that range here on euro dollar. Same thing, obviously, on pound dollar, pretty much around the same levels. Same thing on the yen cross pairs, sideways action. Gold is the only one where we're kind of seeing some movement, but at the same time, just like I said earlier, this is not good enough for me. And I do not want to enter a long trade right now, and at the same time I don't want to go short, because if I start seeing price pushing down, I'm actually going to be looking for a potential reversal, not for an entry into a short trade. So yeah, but if you guys have any setups, send them over. And I'm going to put them on the screen. We're going to check them out. No judging, I promise. If anyone wants to DM me, you can join the free Telegram channel, and you can see under every single post, there's a link to a chat with myself. So that's where you can send me screenshots of your trades, the setups that you're looking at, and we can check them out, just like we did a minute ago with that setup that I saw on Twitter. So yeah, what I would normally do is I'll see whenever I have high impact news, and I'll just kind of put it on my chart. So for that matter, you can use the vertical line, and then you just find the date and the exact hour when news are coming out, and you can place that vertical line. So as price is approaching that vertical line, you know you kind of won't forget that there is high impact news coming out, which is quite important. Like I said, I do that, but I've got a different section in my watch list right here, which is my main section, the one that I use for the premium Telegram channel and for my own trading as well. So no point for me to do it here on this instrument. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if until later today we just push down, because since I am expecting bullish price action after the news tonight, it would only make it better to see price lower prior to the news, which means we could potentially um, be looking for a downside move here, right? And I'm talking about a move that will take price below the structure, so below the level of 1.2420 roughly. We then have 1.24, so that sounds like a good level. Yeah, it really depends. Looks like the momentum is picking up, which is fine, because at least we see something going on. Yeah, the pound is currently stronger than the euro. Yeah, it would definitely make more sense to just wait for price on the higher time frames instead of looking for trades on the lower time frames. It doesn't mean that I'm looking for entries right now, but I am doing a live session anyway, so I might as well look at the lower time frames just to see how price action is moving. Right, about to take out this 5-minute low here on GBP USD. That most likely means we're heading down towards this low. I think my internet connection went off for a bit. I'm streaming via Wi-Fi. That's probably not the right way to do it, but because I just had a notification from OBS that I was disconnected for a second. I think we're back now. I think we should be fine. Yeah, guys, I would suggest do not take any trades today because it doesn't look like there's much going on. We've got the news tonight, or if you currently have any entries already, um, and just make sure you manage your trades correctly. If you don't have, now obviously you should have a strategy, a specific step-by-step plan on what to do before, prior to news, during the news, after news, and so on. But if you are in a trade and you don't have a strict plan in place, then just think about, we're going to have a lot of volatility later on today, right? Before that, the market is going to be, I don't know, but it's not going to be moving the way that we want it to in order to find decent trades. So ask yourself, if you're currently in profit and you keep your trade open during the news and price takes you out at a stop loss, would you be mad? And if you would be, then just close your trade, or at least most of, a big part of your trade. You can let the rest run, but move your stops to break even or into profit. But it's best to lock in some profits, so close a part of your position basically, and then let it run if you really want to. And also, if you're going to enter a trade and then that trade stays open during the news, you get taken out at a stop loss. If you tell yourself, okay, I shouldn't have entered a trade, I knew we have news coming up, and then you're going to be mad, then don't do it. It's just as simple as that. And like I said, if you don't have those rules in place before you open a trade, you're not doing it right. So instead of taking random trades and hoping for the best, have a strict plan and follow it. Now, obviously, if you're trading the 5 to 15-minute chart, you may be able to get out before the news, but then you have to think about the market conditions, which right now, before Fed's interest rates, I would say not that the market is unstable, but it's just it doesn't have a lot of volume to move quick towards um, you know your target level. All right, I think I'm gonna be ending this stream soon and go and finally have a cup of coffee, but all right, so it's already the 1 hour candles have closed. Bearish 1 hour candle on pound dollar, same here on euro dollar. Um, Kind of a bullish one here on gold, and obviously we've got bearish candles here on euro yen and pound yen as well. Okay, so I'm gonna do another live session tomorrow and see how the market reacted during the news that we have tonight. So this is what we're gonna comment tomorrow. So make sure to join again if you haven't subscribed to this channel. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell as well, because every time I do one of those live streams, you want to get notified. So for those of you who haven't joined our free Telegram channel, there is a link below the stream, below this video. So check it out. And you can also find, you know, a DM contact to myself where, like I said, you can send us your trades, screenshots, whichever platform you use. And so send them over. We can talk about your setups, your trades on the stream. If you guys have any questions about how to potentially improve your trading strategy or what kind of price action I'm looking for in order to enter a trade, all those questions you can leave them in the comment section. So this is what I'm doing those streams. I don't do it because I want to give you trading signals or anything like this. It's just because I'm looking at the chart throughout the whole day anyway. So might as well share some valuable insights with you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna end the stream here. There's not much going on. Obviously we need to see some more price action. I'm currently trading within a range, slow price action here, slow market. So for me personally, that means do not open any positions. And this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to end the stream and I'll see you next time. Thanks everyone who joined. Take care, trade smart, and join the next live session. All right, see you guys.